What's up, guys? Mike Raber here, Tackle Shack LLC, and I'm about to show you a product that's going to change your life, especially if you're a Terrova owner. For years, forever, since its induction really, the Terrova has had a huge issue, and that issue is how do I run forward-facing sonar on this trolling motor? Tackle Shack solved that problem. So for the first time that I know of, we have a pole mount that mounts to your trolling motor but is manipulated independently, and it works with Terrova style trolling motors. So we are excited to show this to you. Our other pole mount has been extremely successful, but we are not gonna lie, this one has a ton of buzz and we are pumped to bring it to market. So stay tuned, we're gonna take you on the water and show you how this thing works. There he is. All right, guys, we got a new cool thing to show you today. And as I just showed you, it's gonna help you catch more fish. For years and years, the question has been, how do we hook up our pole mount, or how do we hook up our live scope to our Terrovas? It's been millions of people have asked that question. I mean, people have done it just to us alone. And today, we developed a product. We're gonna show you how to use it and how it's gonna change your life if you're a Terrova owner. All right, the true beauty of this pole mount is that it is a simple setup. You know, you don't have to pull something in from over the side of the boat. Everything kind of comes up as one. So I'll show you how that's done. What you want to do is when you get ready to leave your spot, you'll want to loosen the tensioner, which is here, and that'll allow that pole to slide as you stow and deploy. So that bottom knob is going to be your tensioner. So what you'll do is you just loosen that there, start pulling up. You can kind of just pull both of them up at the same time here. Notice that I missed the screen. You'll want to watch for that as you bring everything up. It's locked in, ready to roll. So we're ready to move on to the next spot. And don't forget, we're ready to run to our next spot now. So we want to make sure we get back to this tensioner and tighten it up. Turn it to the right, get it nice and snug so that that pole can't slip on you. All right, guys, we've run to our next spot. We're ready to get back in the water and try catching some of these fish. But first, I want to run you through what you've got to do when you get somewhere and you want to deploy this trolling motor. So what you got to do is, number one, ensure that your depth adjustment collar is tight, okay? This is going to be that stopping point for the pole when it slides down, and that's key for protecting your cord here. So make sure that's good and tight. And then to let the pole slide through, you're going to have to loosen this tensioner. So I'm going to turn it a couple to the left here. I don't want it to be, extremely loose, so I can still kind of control it, but you can see there, that's about right. So now, deploying the Terrova, you guys obviously already have a Terrova, or you're thinking about it, so it's gonna be pretty much the same as what you've always done. I'll just kind of pop up here with my foot, loosen that, and then I just start sliding down. So you gotta push that motor out, and then I kind of just hold on to both as they go down here. All right, you heard that click in there, and now, we're ready to go. And the key here, the reason why you just saw that turn like that is because, again, now would be the time where you can tighten that depth, the actual tensioner, and now you can see it turns, but it's nice and solid. It doesn't just fly around. So it's really simple. You got to get used to it, but it definitely is a lot smoother than lugging a pole mount, throwing it over the side of the boat and bringing it back in. So we're gonna show you some more features of it. All right, for you guys who are Terrova users, you know that having your control of your pole mount or having control of your forward-facing sonar has been something that's been a thorn in your side. But watch as I'm kind of just in this, it's a post-spawn area for bass, and I'm kind of just panning around where all these bluegills are. Now I'm gonna try to find one on screen here to catch. See, there's one swimming on the bottom there. I'm gonna drop, here I go. I might get to him in time. We'll get to him. He's going in to crash those bluegills. We're falling down into the juice now. We'll see if he sees it. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's just something that you haven't been able to do in the past with Terrova. It's always like you're leaning over the side of the boat with some kind of mount that you're craning left and right. And our pole is gonna offer you, an easy way to really pan around and use it all in one package. You can see that I can cover from 90 degrees that way to 90 degrees that way without putting much effort into it, honestly, just kind of panning around. And it helps you to pick, really pick out fish versus just kind of having it on the boat and hoping for the best. There's a couple swimming over there. See, I landed right there off those guys. Don't even know if those are bass, but yeah, obviously it's just, it allows you to do some things with the Terrova that you may not have done before. So for you guys, I know Terrovas are really popular for big water walleye, you know, muskie fishing, things like that. It's gonna give you guys this option to use your forward-facing sonar in a way you never have before. Uninterested. Pulls a bait over here. Kind of pitch around into those. But what I want to show you, and what's really a good feature of this pole, that, you know, that overall, like, we've made the pole mount for different trolling motors for what, 3 years now. Been extremely successful. I don't know how many we've sold, but it's been a lot. Had great success. But at the end of the day, the feature that we made it for other trolling motors was so that you could do this. So I just hit spot lock. Oh, I got a fish too. Look at that, guys. Nice one for this lake. Yeah, absolutely. If you're watching this from Texas, you're like, did that guy just say nice one for a 14-inch bass? I did. But anyway, so as you can see, we're in spot lock mode now. And as the motor is starting to turn back toward the wind, the key with this is that I can stay over toward where those fish were. So you can see the grass over there. So I can keep my trolling or my transducer pointed in the correct direction. As the boat's turning, you know, my transducer is staying locked on where those bass were. And that is, at the end of the day, the #1 key of what we're doing here. See you later, buddy.